Hi guys, welcome to a new reading vlog. I'm Manpreet. I make book related videos on this channel. If you are new here, please make sure you subscribe and follow me on my social media and hit the bell button so that you get notified every time I post a new video. In my last reading vlog, I had just finished listening to Claw Resurgence by Katy Berry, and now it is time to pick up another audiobook for myself. And sadly, but quite obviously, this is turning out to be a bit more difficult than I had thought. I first tried listening to A Christmas Carol by Charles Dickens. I listened to it for like 10 minutes. I still couldn't get into the book. I mean, the narrator and everything, I just felt like this is not the right book for me. Now, if you see my bookshelf on Storytel, I have more than 200 books alright on my shelf. And I thought of picking this one, The Latte Factor. I'm just like trying this out, okay? I do not know much about the book. It's just something I came across. I added it on my shelf, and it is a non-fiction, 4 hours long, so quite a few positive points in its favor. So I'm just like trying it out. Maybe I'll like it or maybe I'll not like it. Let's see. I'll know in 10 to 15 minutes if my interest builds up. It is Sunday night. I have finally selected the audiobook that I'm going to listen to in this whole vlog and in this whole week, and that is The Hidden Psychology of Social Networks by Joe Federer. Now, this is all about how brands create authentic engagement by understanding what motivates us and all of that. And this person who has written this book is the former head of brand strategy at Reddit. Now, how did I discover this book? My selection process. I was just going through all the books from my bookshelf, and this was something that was not on my bookshelf, okay? I listened to 2 audiobooks, right? And they were something I just did not feel interested in. I just could not connect with the narrator. So I was like, this is a narrator issue, so let's pick up a narrator that I already like. I first browsed all the work of Stephen Fry, did not feel interested in it, and then Alex Knox. So Alex Knox is the person who has narrated Claw, a Canadian thriller, and Claw Resurgence, and I just like his narration style, okay? So that is why I picked up a book that was narrated by Alex Knox, and I particularly wanted a non-fiction book, and I was browsing all the works of Alex Knox, and I just saw this non-fiction, so I picked it up. And now I'm listening to it, and it is actually very interesting. And before you know it, it is Thursday already. I haven't been able to make much progress, which was very much expected because, you know, I'm always busy with my work and barely get any time to read. But today I kind of feel like reading because I'm feeling exhausted. I even like was not feeling well in the morning, so had to take a break, had to take a tablet to just fix myself possibly. But because of that, I have given myself a sort of like some time to read, and I've been reading this. Again, not much progress with the book, about 100 pages done, and this is something that I'm having to read slowly because, you know, that's the kind of book it is. You do not want to read it that fast, at least according to me. 118 pages in, and probably the first time I have laughed in this book. This is set in a post-apocalyptic time, so it's not that, you know, funny or nice that way. It is more gloomy and sad, and the world has ended. Most of the people are dead, and there are these 2 people who are trying to survive with a dog, and that is what the story is about. And this one person, Hig, who is the narrator in the book, he is actually like this softy person, you know. He tries not to kill anybody, but obviously he has to kill people just to survive. And there is this incident which happens with him while he is out, and he comes back, and the other guy, he's named Bangley, and he's kind of this like ferocious guy who has this will to survive and all of that stuff. And Bangley just recounts this whole incident of how he just gave chances over chances to other people to kill them, okay? And you know, I read the whole incident while Hig was narrating it, and then I read what Bangley perceived that incident to be, how he described that incident, and it was so funny. You do ultimately laugh at the end. It is Saturday and my weekly reading. I have listened to about 1.5 hours of the non-fiction book that I've been listening to, and I have read about like 120 pages of the Dog Stars. Clearly, it is going to be very hard to finish even one book for this vlog. Today happens to be this day when I have to run a lot of errands, and also our maid is on leave today, so I also have to do all the safai today. So all the cleaning has to be done by me. I always count my cleaning time as my listening time. So let's do cleaning and listening. About 15 minutes of listening and working in, I am taking a tea break. Honestly speaking, this whole week I was not feeling that well. I have no idea what is happening. And obviously it impacted my reading as well, because if you're not feeling well, it's hard to focus on reading or anything. Guys, this is a tiny and messy glimpse of how my video shoot process looks like. These days, instead of this bookshelf, I have been filming over here because it's just easy, you know. This is what I shot on Thursday, right? On Friday I took an off from video making. Today also I have not shot any videos, but you know, this can stay like this and I do not have to do the extra work. So this is how it looks. There's the light, and with that I have my tripod, which is currently what I'm using, and I just sit on that chair and shoot videos. And there's that small bookshelf that I don't think many of you might have seen, but yeah. 2 weeks. I lasted 2 weeks in creating a piece of video, proper YouTube video, every single day. So I was posting on this channel and another channel, which is my secret channel, which I do not really want to talk about, so please do not look it up. Yeah, so I've been posting, but yesterday I did not post because I was like at the peak of my sickness yesterday. I was feeling sick since Monday, but yesterday was like a hard day for me, so I could just barely work, and the work was also a lot, so I just worked. Alright, so this book, The Hidden Psychology of Social Media, a very beginner or especially business owners who do not really understand how social media works, they will find it very revealing. For example, you know, how you should actually do your posts, how you should keep it simple, or how, you know, you should prefer information over design. Even if something like impact font on memes, it may seem ugly and you might want to be creative with it, the whole font has its own power and you should be using that. So many little things, for example, this impact font and the relevance behind it and why you should be using that instead of trying to be fancy with your memes. I also consider it as a new piece of information for me, because I am not that much into memes, at least, you know. I am not a funny person. I don't know how to be funny. I don't read much of funny stuff or do much of funny stuff. So I would say this book for me is like, okay, 3.5 out of 5 stars for now. Business owners or somebody who doesn't know much about social media and really wants to understand social media, I think they will really like this book, even from like the first 2 hours that I have listened to this. By the way, if you could not notice, I am very tired. I have done my dusting. One room is something I have asked my mother to handle, but the floors. I'm also like exhausted because I know I won't be able to finish the book. That's a real problem, especially when you're doing weekly vlogs. 2 hours 20 minutes done. I think I started from 1 hour 20 minutes. I think I'm really giving up on this vlog alright. So the one thing that I want to do in every single weekly vlog of mine is to almost like finish at least a book. And this week was turning out like very hard, and the whole week I was thinking maybe I'll do it on Saturday. I've been procrastinating, you know. Number one thing that I say in my videos that you should not do, if you're thinking you're going to finish a book and you're leaving out the last day to finish the book, not going to happen. Reading every day, that is what really makes a difference. Obviously I didn't do that. I can give a number of excuses, but that just didn't happen. And there's no way I'm going to listen to a book for 6 hours. Or I think this book almost half done. I'm actually on page 145. Okay, earlier I had mentioned I think 110 pages, page 145. So it's like almost half done with the book, but again it is going to take a long time if I want to finish it. So I don't think that is going to happen, which is your lesson, that if you want to read and if you have some reading goals, and yearly, weekly, daily, just finish them and work on them right from the beginning, and you know, do not keep it for the last minute. It won't happen. Alright, this week, it's not like I did have any time already. I've watched at least I think 4 or 5 episodes of Big Bang Theory. I'm on season 12, so every time I'm in a mood of a sitcom, I watch a few episodes. I watch a lot of YouTube videos, okay? This particular week, I was like watching this channel, Peekapoo. She's an Indian YouTuber who moved to Canada and now she's like documenting her life in Canada. And I love the way she makes her videos, you know. I've been seeing all the shorts she does, like shopping outside, all the shorts she does and all of that, and trying to learn from it and also trying to admire it as much as I can. Must have been like 10 to 15 videos of a channel that I've watched, and each video must be like 15 minutes, so you can do the calculation on how much time I spent watching YouTube. And I'm sad at the outcome of this vlog. I don't think you're going to like it that much, but in case you still want to support me for doing weekly vlogs, just hit a thumbs up and comment down below that you do support me, that you did hit a thumbs up, okay? I'm actually trying to decide what to do. I still have like about an hour and a half before I go and run my errands. Mother is making lunch for me and I have not eaten since morning except for a little bit of bhujia that definitely doesn't suit me, okay? I cannot like have a lot of besan, gram flour in my life. And I had ice cream, so I need to eat, but I've just been trying to decide. So this is like, if you're wondering what this is, I was having a hard time managing my to-do list because I have so many different things that I'm doing and I want to do. I have a to-do list which is just about like the managerial tasks of my life. For example, my stocks. Earlier I was a Carvey user and sometime back the company got flagged for fraud and just closed down that operations. And my money, my mutual funds are still stuck over there, okay? Just like that, there are so many things. Updating my wealth record, updating my expenses for the month, updating my GST and all of that stuff. It is a bucket. Alright, then the next bucket is my work. That is my job work, and that has multiple like 5-6 buckets inside them because, for example, currently I'm managing like 4 brands, I think, social media for 4 brands, and then I do email. And email itself, I'm like learning the huge email marketing that it is, and you know, it's something new for me because I'm not an email marketing expert yet, but I manage that. Apart from that, I also manage a client. I manage their website and all of that stuff. I also manage the pitch decks. So all the companies' pitch decks, all the pitch decks for the clients. And if the client wants a pitch deck, all of that is being designed by me in Canva. So all of these like 5 main buckets, unless I'm forgetting anything. Alright, so that is there. Then I have my like freelance projects, which are not that many, very few, because I sort of like reduced my work in the last while, so that is my 3rd bucket. Then the 4th bucket is me trying to brand myself as a marketer. So I have been a person, you have always known me as like this girl who makes videos about books, but I started marketing before that. I started as a content writer in 2014, before I figured out Booktube and started doing Booktube. And over this time I've never like really worked on it, but that is my true calling. I have always wanted to be a marketer. Like I remember I must be in 6th and 7th standard when I saw this like whole set of questions about like MBA marketing. There was this like issue in the newspaper and it was all about like MBA in marketing and all of that, and I was like interested in marketing since then, alright? And marketing is my calling when it comes to my profession, alright? So I sort of have neglected it because I kept on working on my brand as an Indian Booktuber. Life of Manpreet is doing is very well. I have like about 34,000 subscribers on my vlogging channel. It also picked up, but never ever worked as a marketer anywhere, not on LinkedIn, even though I have myself written a blog back in 2015 why everybody should be using LinkedIn. I myself didn't follow my own advice, and now I'm just like kind of behind on everything. So this new bucket is all about like me working on videos and me working on my LinkedIn, me working on just my personal brand as a marketer, and hopefully grow it into a proper marketing company so that I can, you know, start offering services to small businesses as well. In the past I have done to a few, I have taken up a few freelance projects, a few consulting projects and all of that, but I want to do that more. So that is one whole bucket in itself. And then there is this bucket which is Booktube and Life of Manpreet. Now if you see, like, my uploads have just reduced on the channel, had reduced. I have started to increase that. All right, the reason why they had reduced was because Booktube, in that picture where I have all of these stuff to do, wasn't really a priority. Okay, but it is something so close to my heart. I really want to be that person who reads books and talks about those books. And honestly speaking, YouTube is that kind of platform. Any social media is that kind of platform. If you just stop uploading for a while, it just hits your channel. So my channel statistics are going down and down and down, and I know a lot of you are worried about it. A lot of you feel bad about it itself. You are always like, Manpreet, you deserve more subscribers and all of that, and I am so grateful for all of those best wishes and all of that. But yeah, I know my channel's performance has gone down in the past and all of that because I was not posting, I was not focusing on it. The reason why I am back making consistent uploads and all of that is not because I want to grow my YouTube channel. Like, as ungrateful as it may sound, I am just being honest with you. Alright, I love Booktube, I love what I do here, I love the community I have built with you, but the finance side of those things, growing it to a certain number and being able to make money from that, it is all so unpleasant. The way you have to deal with authors, the way the publishers treat you, and the actual amount of money you earn, with this kind of audience and with this kind of like impact, that is just not even worth it, if you're doing it for that. All right, so I'm not doing it for that anymore. I'm just like, okay, I do not enjoy this whole process, so I just have taken it out of the picture. A lot of authors who might have emailed me might have even complained I have not replied to their emails and all of that, and that's the truth. That's a little bit unprofessional, but the thing is, I just do not want to get involved in any of that now. I do want to take up collaborations, I do want to work with brands and authors, but very few handpicked ones, and at this time, like, none at all. So that is what is going on with Booktube. But the point is, why did I like add that bucket again back into my like whole buckets of things I need to manage? It's because I thought of creating like consistent 3 videos per week on my marketing channel, which please do not look it up. Okay, it's something that is still being built. I will share more about it after a while, but right now, okay, let's not look it up. Okay, if you are in need of taking an immediate action right now after listening to this, just hit a thumbs up to this video. Okay, that would be enough. Now, why am I doing Booktube even when the focus was on marketing channel? The thing is, I wanted to post 3 videos per week on the marketing channel. Here's the thing, if you want to be consistent with one thing, you have to really build your life in a way that you can be consistent with everything. So one thing goes away, the whole schedule gets messed up. Okay, so if there's an ounce of doubt in your heart that maybe I should be doing that as well and I'm doing only this, so this thing will suffer. So when I was thinking about my marketing channel, I knew I wanted to make 3 videos. I knew if I would not put Booktube in the plan, my marketing videos will suffer. I'll never be able to stick to that goal. So that is why Booktube came into the picture. Now this is slightly different from the atomic habits concept, like try to be like do one thing 1% better and all of that stuff of different self-help books combined. I also agree to that, but this is also the reality of my life, that I needed to be disciplined at everything or I wouldn't have been able to be disciplined at even one thing in my life. So that is why I started Booktube videos, regular uploads, which I don't know if you have noticed, like since last week I've been uploading regularly, Tuesday, Thursday, Saturday. That's the plan. Anyway, that is one bucket, and in this bucket I'll just add Life of Manpreet channel uploads as well, which are very few, like 1 video a week or max 2 videos a week. But I do not put myself on any schedule. Every time I feel like filming a vlog, I film it, edit it and post it. So these are all the buckets I have. Alright, and I use these to-do notes. These are like 9 notes thingies I have bought, like but the good part of it is that I would write it down, I would write my task down and I would cut it, and once it's done I would just rip it apart, and that's how this has become so thin, and this is thicker. It also has some ripped off pages, but here's the thing that's happening. This one was going good, alright. This was from where I had started, and it really cleared my mind that I had this one simple notepad where I was writing down all of my tasks, all the buckets, no organization style, but writing down all of them. After like a week or 2, this started failing. It started giving me anxiety again, and the whole purpose of doing this notes thing and buying these things was to get rid of that anxiety that I often experience because of so many buckets that I need to handle. Then I picked up this one. In this one, I actually, I started with May 22 and I really wrote down all of my monthly tasks from all the buckets, and these buckets also include like learning French, reading, marketing reading, some courses that I need to do, so many other things. So chores, my job work, my freelance work, my booktube work, my marketing channel work, and then the upgrading my skills work, like learning French, doing different marketing courses, and all of that stuff is inside. Even like something like gym, I write it down, like that is again a bucket in itself, because I really have to make myself go to the gym. I do not enjoy the process at all. So once I got married, my in-laws are like they have huge reservations about gymming, okay? So they never let me or my husband like even consider the idea of gym. But I moved back to my home in Bathinda for a month actually in December. So I just joined the gym, and after that a few things happened. My father had a hip fracture, so I could not really get back to Jammu. So since 4-5 months I have been gymming okay, and I've been going to the gym regularly. But that is a task, guys. Oh my god, it is hard for me to do that as well. So that is a bucket in itself. Getting Manpreet to get ready and go to the gym and not think about random stuff that stresses her out and actually work out. That is a task in itself. So all of those tasks are over here. And to sum it up, yeah, this is all of the things that are in my mind at any given time. And right now, what you were seeing, like that tiny time lapse of me sitting in a weird position, was just like the whole life of Manpreet. Like trying to decide, what do I do? Like, do I work? If I work, on which task should I focus on? I have this 1 hour before the chores that I need to do. Should I like do my job work, which is also pending? Like today is weekend, but I still have some work that I need to do on the weekend. Or do I do the managerial task? I have not, like, imagine working for a client and you have not sent the invoice because you're so busy. And then there are a few collaborations where you have to just ask her, when are you going to, give me my money? So all of that stress is real, guys. And this was just like one clip and one long rant trying to tell you what I do, to just give you a more picture of my life and how I try to incorporate reading. And this was also like me trying to make up for the fact that I was not able to finish any book this week. I really hope you won't judge me on that, okay? I love reading, but here's the thing with reading as well, I have so many buckets. I'm a bucket person. I have this bucket of like books I should be reading for my booktube channel. I have just completely crossed it out. I'm like, I'm not even focusing on it. But I have this bucket of like the paperbacks that I should read, alright, which are lying in my home, so that like when I'm in Jammu or anywhere else, I can like read on my Kindle. But these are utilized because I have bought these books with my hard-earned money. The whole week I was thinking about Divergent, okay? Divergent series. I'm like, I want to read that. But Manpreet, you're reading the Dog Stars. But Manpreet, you want to read the Divergent. Should you stop reading the Dog Stars and start reading the Divergent? What should you do? Like, I must have spent an hour or two on that only. That would have meant like 200 more pages of reading if I was just not that confused. And then there's the non-fiction. And even on Storytel, so this non-fiction book that I'm listening to, I'm not really enjoying it that much, I mean, I really want to listen to books about marketing and all of that. And that is my goal and priority. But this one, alright, my mummy has put the tadka in the pan and all of that, so you might be hearing that sizzle and all of that, so I'm sorry about that. I'm gonna end my rant, but the point is, so many confusions, so many options. I have no idea how to narrow it down. This big of a to-do list, like all of these pages, like I can't show you the to-do list because of like task, detail of the task, but how do I manage it? If you have any tips on how you manage your to-do list, let me know in the comments down below. And before I end this vlog, like somebody is like trying to break a gate off, and I know who it is. We're gonna check him out. Bittu, pehla check kara. That's a stray dog who has sort of adopted me, but he has his own nuances. Most of the times he gets messed up in this like dirty stuff and he wants to get inside. Earlier he used to come in the morning, but somehow he also abandoned me. Anyway guys, as much as I would have liked to show you one book at least that I read this week, I do not have it. But next week, I hope I will have a better outcome to update you guys. Until then, stay subscribed, like this video, and thank you so much for watching. This is Manpreet signing off. I'll be back with another vlog very soon.